Hey guys, welcome back to KY Coins and Collectibles. And what I've got is another coin row search, and this is still part of that big collection I bought, and I'll post a couple videos up here in the corner of that big collection I bought a while back. I'm still working on the half dollars. I've got two more boxes like this to go through. I've not had much time to go through anything. We've been really busy. Today is still Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day out there to all the wonderful mothers. And so it was a really beautiful day. I got to go to the Cincinnati Zoo and enjoy time with my mothers in my lives. So it was a great day. So again, I just wanted to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. I appreciate everything you all do for us, and we wouldn't be here without you. So happy Mother's Day. So back to it. This is all halves, and I'm going to be looking for some better dates in the Walkers and maybe some better date in the Benjis. The Benjis don't really have a lot of low mintages. The 55s are your better dates. The Walkers, anything like in the 20s and down, are better dates. And I've been working on a Dansko album for my Walkers, and I'll post a link up here of the last video I did. And I had bought a brand new Dansko, I believe it's the 7160 album. So I was missing a few of the key dates, so I will be looking for those and just anything particular. On the Walkers, I look for the no AW on the back, the initials, and just some better dates and better condition. It's harder to find mint state Walkers, and Benjis, of course. It's really they're harder to find. These are wrapped by the gentleman that I got these off of. The family I'd bought this from, their father had passed away, and he was a longtime collector. And these are all, I believe, are constitutional silver. We may come across some Kennedys. Might be some clad in here, but I think most of them are Walkers and Benjis. But the gentleman had collected them. He'd collected a bunch, and then after, so many years of collecting them, he started wrapping them in himself, and he would label them. Like this one, he's got 16. Looks like 16 36 Phillies, 2 36 San Francisco, 2 40s 40s San Francisco. So he just would collect them, and then he would just wrap them himself. And I don't really think they've been searched hard, because the last couple times I've searched through them, I have found decent stuff and some better grades, conditions. The one hunt, I found the 55 Bugs Bunny. That was an amazing find. I have found some 17s for the Walkers, and maybe like some lower in the 20s. So I have found some better dates. So I don't really know what I'm going to find. Hopefully we find some good stuff. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and kind of unwrap one right now and show you what they look like. I think they have been wrapped for a while. So let me find an older one. See, and that one's been kind of ripped apart. Them are 50s, so them are probably Benjis. Here, this one's in the 30s, so let's, if I can see one right off that looks older, 43s. And he has rode on a lot of these. So okay, so let's check them out. I'll do this first row before I start pausing and going through a lot of them. And I tried to save, I don't know why I really just ripped that apart, but on the last video I tried to save them and I put them back in, so okay. And you can see they look like they've been in there for a while because they kind of have the same toning on them, so I think they've been in that wrapper for a while. Yeah. I'll try to move these so I can see them and you all can see them too. 35. Let's see if they're this way. 40. 40. 36. And let's see what this said. It may be exactly what he's wrote on this. Well, there's a 35. So let's see here. 36, 36, 36, 36. All those are 36. And they're not too bad circulated. 36. They've got a little detail left on them. A lot of times you'll come across these and they'll be slick and you can barely make a date out. 36, 36, and these all look like 36s. See, that was, most of the time they look like that. That's pretty wore compared to, you can see the difference in the grades there pretty easy. That's a 43, or I'm sorry, that's a 34 and a 35. Yeah, so really nothing special in that. And that was kind of what he had on there. There was a couple 35s in there and a 34. So I'll set that to the side. But this Constitutional Silver is just so awesome. I love these old halves, silver halves. But you can tell they've got this kind of dark, I don't know, tone to them. They've definitely been used and cut up. They look kind of gray, very gray through here. And they have like I can tell my hands are going to be filthy after going through these. But what I'll do is I'll kind of just lay them out. I'm going to go through them and I'll bring you right back as soon as I find something, okay? Just stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back. I really didn't find anything special or that really stood out. Most of these are all just common dates. This is a row of walkers and had a couple rows here. They were all 40s, 41, 42, some later 1930s, like 35, 37s, like that range, but mostly just very common, normal wear on them. There was a few that was a little better shape, and as you can see over here, I've still got some rode. These are all Kennedys, and I'm not going to even go through those. They're just, I opened a couple of them up and they are 64s. So there was a bunch of 64 Kennedys in here, and I'll show you in the box what I've got. left, like that's really it. Like them are all Kennedys, and you can see on the end here, that's a big row. That's a huge row, and it's full of 64 Kennedys. So them are all Kennedys, silver. This box didn't have any clad in it, so that's good. Did have a lot of 64 Kennedys, but it did have a lot of constitutional Benjis and Walkers, and I'm just kind of putting these 64s back in here because I'm not going to go through those. I'll show you what I got out here though. But this back pile, this back row is Benjis, and they were 50s, early 60s, maybe some late. Yeah, that's really it. They were just maybe early 50s, 54s. There was no 55s, bunch of 54s, 51s, early 60s, 63s. And I'll put this over to the side. A couple of the better things I found here. I found a row. There were some nice Kennedys in a few of them, and they're pretty much about uncirculated. Some of the nicer ones. Here's a really nice Kennedy. It's a 64 and it looks uncirculated. It's pretty crisp. It's a crispy one. Nice white unk. Yeah, that one looks really good. And the back is really nice. So that one kind of stood out. I did find one unk. Benji had a little bit of luster left on it. You can kind of see it right there. But out of all those, this was the best one. And I believe it's a 63. Yep, 63 Philly. That was the best one out of all of them. Most of them look like that. There was a couple nicer ones, but nothing really worth picking out. This one, it has some crazy toning going on. Can't really see it on the front that good, but the back, might be able to see it a little bit, but it wasn't that bad either. It had some crazy colors on the back, but that one's not too bad. It's dark toning though, so, but it just kind of stood out. And I've got a row of Walkers here, and some of these are in better shape. This one I just picked out because it was probably the most wore one out of all of them. It's pretty slick, and I really can't make a date out. Kind of looks like a 6, but it's not a 16 because the mint mark is on the back. It's a Denver, but I mean it's really slick. But that's pretty cool. I mean, somebody has a pocket piece right there. There was a couple here, had a little better detail. Most of them were 41s. All these, I believe, are 41s. That's a 43. But this one had a little bit of details. And I really just look for details left in the chest, like if you can still make out a little bit of a chest, and the breast feathers on the eagle. So that one's got a little bit of details left on it. It's not bad at all, and you can make out a little bit of the face features, but it's pretty nice. And there's a couple of those. Like I said, most of them are pretty bad shape. Not really bad shape, but normal. I mean, 90% of them look like that, which ain't bad. But I mean, these right here would be good to put in a set, and I'll check my set out to see if these are better than what I've got. But they're just hard to find in good shape. The walkers are just hard to find in good shape. And this one's really dark, but it had a little bit of details left on it. But guys, that's really it. It's been a quick video. Didn't really find anything in this set, and I really didn't expect to. I mean, when this gentleman was putting them together, I'm sure any crazy key dates he probably picked out and put in his own albums. Because when I bought this set, he did have his own albums put together. And I mean, if it's a key date and it's a rare coin, rare means it's rare. So I'm not going to find a whole box of some crazy key date, and he's not going to have a row of 21s or something, or a row of 55s. Like, they're just harder to find. So this is normal. I mean, you're when you go through a set, you're going to find a lot of common dates. But this is what they look like. And it's weird. I'm sitting here looking at them, and they all kind of have this like gray, like, it's hard to explain. They're just kind of gray looking. I know it don't really seem it on camera here, but they're just very, I don't know, kind of, I don't know, it's like a gunpowder residue or something. Like, it's just a very fine powdery substance. And so what I'll do, that one's got some scratches on it, so I ain't worried about scratching none of these up. And a lot of them, there wasn't that many, but some of them had really hard scratches. Like on one of the Benjis, somebody had scratched out the date. It was really bad. Like, it was, you couldn't tell what the date was, and it was very thick. But I don't know if you can see my thumb. Like, there's a little dark powdery residue, and it just seems like they all kind of have that. So I don't know if it's just where they've been sitting on top of each other and they've been rubbing each other, like in the, or it's from these. So I don't know, but they're not that bad. I mean, there's a good pile of constitutional silver here. So what I'm probably going to do is just, I got a bunch of canvas bags, and I'm going to put walkers in one and Benjis in the other, and some of these nicer ones I may try and put in the flip or something. Like this Benji ain't bad at all. And that one's it's in good shape. If somebody's trying to put a set together, like, that'd be a nice one to have in it. And I need to check mine to see if that one will upgrade it. But that's really it, guys. Wasn't a lot to this video. I just wanted to say thanks. I'm trying to just kind of keep content regular. I've been really busy lately, but I just wanted to do this tonight. And it's another late night. Here it is, 11:43 Sunday night, Mother's Day. So just something I wanted to do, put a little video together. But nothing crazy exciting in this video. But next time, I've got a couple other videos I'm going to try to upload in the next day or two, so just stay tuned for those. I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great week. Tomorrow's Monday. So have a great week and happy collecting.